accredited training professional from Regional Institute of English, Bangalore University. Sir has completed Master of Divinity, Doctorate in Theological Science from University of Newark, Executive Diploma in Human Resource Management from Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, Bachelor of Engineering from BMS College of Engineering. I request our principal, Dr. Pankaj Chaudhary, sir, to kindly welcome sir with a flag. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Jacob, sir, to kindly take over the session.
Good evening, everyone. You're still in the afternoon session or? Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. First, I need to thank Principal Sir for inviting me again. And it's been an honor always to address the first year students. And thank you, sir, for this wonderful opportunity. And Dr. Preeti Stanley for inviting me again. You'll be seeing more of them in the sessions. So you get to know about sir and ma'am much in detail. I think you love them. Yes, no. Yes or no?
Yes.
This
Passion is only not there.
no passion.
Ah. I love them all.
I was there on the orientation day. I landed a plate, but I love the food. I love actually, sir, for that on that particular day. It was really amazing. Don't you feel so? Then do you love sir? Nah.
Yeah.
No, love. Okay. So this session is going to be entirely interactive session and possibly a non-dosing session, right? I always get this best part of the day to take the class and I'm happy about it. Are you happy sitting here?
Yes.
Only the first bench is yes, sir. Are you happy?
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, you'll not be seated in the same position where you are right now. You'll be changing roles, right? Because this session, you know what is the topic? I think they was shared. You don't know? Sure? No? You watch movies? Right? So you take any ticket and walk into a movie theater, or you go for a particular movie and or you go to PVR and say, there are some people like that, right? Very privileged people, right? For them, it's not the movie that time. So anyone ask Dhanush sir, so what is the topic, sir? I have to know. Ah, skill factory is a topic. Okay. Building of skills. Okay, beautiful. What's your name? Vasudha. Can you give a big round of applause? Very good, Vasudha. Dhanush sir was partial. How did you get to know? Yeah. Beautiful. It was shared, right? So this is the first lesson before I start. You'll never enter a movie hall without knowing which movie you're landing into. Otherwise, you're investing your money for nothing. Right? You're all educated people. If there's a message sent to you from the college, it has something important to convey. Sort of 90 people, only one person passed the test. In case this was an interview. No longer interviews, I think ma'am will tell you later from corporate communications how interviews are done. It's no longer tell me about yourself because we know you come with ready-made answers. Right? You all become Gajini, right? You go and chat about yourself. Like write wherever you want. Right? Even the person who gets a resume knows who are you. There's no need for him to ask that question. But these days the questions are different. Right? You'll be learning it 3 years of course. So can we start the session? Okay. Let's see how active you were, while ma'am was going through my profile. Okay, can we start? Yes? No, you can't say, sir. You don't know, right? Because I was sitting there and was listening to it. Can we start? What's my full name? Very good. Nice. Jacob Swami. Okay, good. So you all got into the habit of school, no? Your attendance. So your names are very easier to understand. Okay. Jacob Swami. Where I'm from? Tamil Nadu, border of coastal region, right? In between an island. You never read that by the way. You guessed it. What's my qualification? My graduation? Engineering. Because there was the same college name, so it was easy for you to remember. So are we ready? Can we start? So before I get the projectors ready, right? Can you do a slide shuffle? How many are from Bachelor of? Is it Bachelor or Bachelor's? Huh? BBA. What is the full form? Huh? Which one? Your BBA or BCA? BCA. Okay. What's the full form? Bachelors or bachelor or bachelors apostrophe S. Apostrophe S. Bachelors of computers. Yeah? No. I'm a bachelor. Yeah, I know that. Bachelor?
Business administration.
Okay, is it bachelor, bachelor supposed to be yes? Bachelor.
Bachelor.
Bachelor supposed to be yes. Yeah, mobile phones.
It's bachelor.
Bachelor and then apostrophe yes.
There is no apostrophe.
There's no apostrophe yes. Okay. Before we start the course, only confusion. Okay, take your mobile phones. What is it? Bachelor. Only bachelor. Okay, so don't get confused. Right? So bachelor. Right. So how many of you are doing your PCA? Okay, BBA. How many of you don't know what you're doing? And you're still sitting here. I don't know where I belong. Anyone? So what we are going to do is, this is the only place, that you are going to sit together. Maybe after this, possibly a time schedule. Academics will not permit you to sit together and take a session. So get to know yourself, possibly. This is the only time that a girl and boy can sit together. Right? But you decide who's a boy, who's a girl. That's up to you. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle. Don't waste time. Don't make me, hey, you get up, you go there, you come there, right? You sit down, right? Just for the next 1 hour. Not necessary it has to be a boy and a girl, but necessary to be a BB and BC. If I ask someone what are you doing and she says BBA, and this girl also says BBA, yay, done. Clear with this? You're my target afterwards for the next 1.5 hours. Right? Very quickly, BBA, BCA, you have to sit and listen to each other. Quick. Ready? Okay, how many of you are from EA? Raise your hand. ECA. Hands up. Now, anyway, you don't know which department we are from. I can raise a hand for either. Will not know. It's very easy to fool me here, but understand this. Who cannot learn? Knowledge is the enemy of the fool. So if you're trying to fool me, so use it on the other side. Right? And understand this. Obedience is the first step for a learner. So there is something told to you, there is a process of learning involved in it. If you follow it, you learn it. If you do not, you can't help, right? Okay. So, okay, fine. Can you see the slide? Okay. So I'm happy to meet you here. So we have to read that entire word together. It's not hell. Okay. So it's hello. So I'm happy to meet you here. It's not hell. Actually, BMS is not hell. Okay. All right. So we're going to launch you into this program for the next 3 years. You're going to be traveling with us. You're going to learn with us. You're going to grow with us. And you're chosen one of the best colleges. It's not because I'm standing here and talking to you. BMS as a brand, and especially CCM, right? This campus, of course, engineering, we have a history of more than 50 years. But when you're talking about this college, what BMS has achieved in 50 years, this campus has achieved in the last 6 years. Really. Among all the institutions under BMS Trust, this is one of the happening college. Right? And you're chosen the best. Now tell me, so why should I be happy choosing BMS? MES Serduno Adene, Vijay College Adene, right? St. Joseph same, Christ is same, degree same, university is going to be the same. The only difference is it can be autonomous. Right? What is the difference of me choosing a good college? Any answer? Any answers? What is the advantage of being in a very good college? You can make a good career out of it. Okay, then. You'll get good placements. Okay, good. Then you are in safe hands. Beautiful. You are buying mobile phones, right? If given a choice between an iPhone and a Chinese product, of course, iPhone again is a Chinese product manufactured there. But of course, if you look at the iOS and Android, you're given a choice between an iPhone 14 Pro, the newly launched one, and a mobile phone which is a no brand, or maybe a Vivo or MI, which is lesser cost. Which one will you buy? You have money to buy an iPhone. Which one will you buy? iPhone. Obviously. Right? You're all above the age of 18? Yes, no. Anyone below the age of 18? Okay, then I cannot talk few things here. Okay. 35. Okay. All right. Let me tell you this. If your parents are putting you in a better convent or a very good school, let's take for example, either you stayed in Bishop Cotton's or you're a product of Christ, school, right? Or any convent which is Sapphires or whatever. You're in a good convent. Obviously, your communication will be amazing. Compared to a local area school. Because the teachers who teach you in Bishop Cotton's have a different parameter than a local, let's say Padmanabh some school you're studying. I'm not saying the teachers are bad, but they're not exposed, unlike these schools. So the product which comes out of Bishop Cotton's will have an amazing communication. The product which comes out of National Public School will be a different product. Compared to the product, right, which is from a local school. Right. Okay, by the way, it's iPhone. Similarly, let's take for example, a person who comes out of a PU college, which PU college you're from, talks about what sort of character or what sort of qualities I get in. Each college has a dynamics. Narayana Techno School has, Chaitanya Techno School has one thing, right? If you're coming from Vijaya, PU, campus is different, Kishore Kendra is different, St. Joseph's is different, each one is different, right? And companies know that, understand this. Ultimately, you all end up somewhere in careers, you'll be walking into companies. On your resume, I see particular schools and particular colleges, right? Automatically, there's a tick mark. There's a tick mark. Otherwise, you have to convince the person that you're better enough, right? You're actually branded. You have to advertise yourself. Like how an iPhone doesn't require an advertisement because it's already built a brand. So similarly, the place that the product comes out from, the factory that the product comes out from, the factory will do the branding for you. Here, it is BMS. So you walk out of BMS, you have already done that 50% of branding. You're furnished, ready. So that's the reason why it's very important to choose the best colleges. Because when it comes to career, job, your college where you're graduating from really makes a mark. And here we have a history of 100% placements, right? 100% placements. So today we'll be talking about what's my skills that are required to imbibe to reach my career goals. And is it enough for me to just have my skills or should I upskill it, right, to the current field? So we're going to deal with those things. So hope you're ready to learn. All right. So we'll start with the game. We'll be having a lot of games today. Few games without prizes, few games with prizes. Can we start with the game? Okay. How many months are there in a year? Yeah, very good. What are they? You're a Bishop of products. You have seen me there somewhere. Okay. You tell me. Very good. Arisha? Whatever she said, right? Okay. So we'll play a game. I'll call out the first month's name. What is that? Very good. So someone here in the crowd should call out the next month's name, which is February. And it has to go on till December. But the only catch here is I should listen to only one voice, no multiple voices. And if I listen to multiple voices, I'll go back to January. Okay, number one. Number two, no person can say any one person cannot say 2 months' name. You can't repeat. Once you say any month's name, it's done. You can't open your mouth again. If you say so, then I'll go back to January. Number three, your response time for the entire thing is 2 seconds. So if I say January within 2 seconds, the next month should be told. And 2 seconds gap. Okay, that's all. In case you miss out on it, I'll go back to January. And start. January. 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 Okay, by the way, no SMS language. Full February. Okay. January. January. No multiple voices, single voice. January. January. Why schooling plays a vital role? Check from her. Confidence. Yeah, he told me to sit next to a boy, next to a person who's from another department, and I'm there. Winners are sitting there. Learn. That's it. Okay, January. 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 January.
February.
January.
February.
January. January. January.
February.
January. Till 5:30. Okay. Fine. Who can say, sir, give me 10 seconds. I will explain what has to be done to the crowd and we will make this happen. You want to? What's your name? Huh? Zubair, get up, Zubair. Okay, quick, only 10 seconds, tell them what to do.
Hi guys. So as sir told, we have 2 seconds time. So relax, like if anyone hears everyone hears January, just 2 seconds time is there. Right? Just put your hand up, say February. Anyone else wants to say March?
Just 2 seconds. Over.
That's all.
That's all. Okay.
Yeah.
Zubair, okay. Thanks, Zubair. Clap for him. Thank you, Zubair. Okay, January. 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 Okay, I'll give last one chance. Someone can stand and give the instruction. Zubair did it, but Zubair can't do it now, but anyone else. Okay, what's your name? Get up, sir. Give the instructions.
Hi guys, we can take one specific row and tell the whole months. I'll select the row. Let's say that row. First, second row.
Empty.
Second row, sir.
Second row. This is untouchable row. The second row. I don't know whom we saw here instead of second. We'll stop. Got the instruction? January. 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 The last one chance, man. Who will do it? Pakka. Zubair, wait. You do it?
Yeah.
Get up, get up. Let me see.
One person from a row can say the month. Like one starts from one, then next.
What's your name?
Like if they are in a row, according to this second row, so it is Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, and July. That's how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go according.
Ready? January. January. Ma'am, can you help us with one instruction? I want the game to be completed. It will involve them also. No? You can give instruction.
Let the student from the last corner, one by one can no, from this last corner, from there and here. The last corner, students.
Students are sitting on the corner seat, right?
Huh.
You will be telling the month's name. That's what
Month's
Nan
name.
says. So
Yeah.
it will start from here. It will go like here. That rose man from there. Right? Ready? Ready?
I guess.
January.
February, March, April, May,
June.
January.
February, April, March,
Huh? January.
February, March,
January.
February, March, April, May, June.
Right. August.
January,
February, March, April, May, June.
Right. August. September. December.
January,
February, March, April, May, June.
July, August, September, October, November, December.
right? No. Very simple. Okay. How long did it take to start from you and conclude that?
Maybe.
10 seconds. But we almost spent around 5 to 8 minutes on this. What happened? The job which was supposed to be done in 10 seconds took us 10 minutes. You answer. You're no longer in school. You're in college. No answer. Your teaching will be like this. Don't expect notes. Don't expect us to come and spoon feed you. I will enter the class, throw out a topic, finish, walk out. You have to create notes, right? That's how classes are done. You have to read the syllabus and come. We'll enter the class. Any questions? No questions. Over, done. So which means we should have prepared the topic before I walk into the class. So the class is only a Q&A. That's all. No teaching. Not like pre-university where they give you notes, guide, by heart and come. You are in graduation. Okay. Okay. So 3 things happened here. Number 1. Out of 90 people, right? I need to use only 12 voices. And who are those 12 voices was a confusion. Because if all the 12 voices cannot be placed at the same time, and even if 1 second someone stops, right, or doesn't answer, we are going back to the. So who are those 12 people? We are unclear. Right, Alva? That's number 1. Number 2, hesitance, right, to take that leadership. What Zubair had, what our friend had, what these 2 people had. Hesitance to take leadership. It's not that all whatever they said has been successful, but at least they tried. Which no one did. The third one was, I gave you how the game is, but I didn't tell you how to play with the rules. Right? So any game comes with a rule. Alva? If you're playing football, there's a rule. You can't hold the ball in the hand, right? Imagine that fellow is pushing the ball from the leg, the other guy, and you go in between, take the ball and put basketball. Can you do that? Handball gone, it's a foul. Right? In cricket, there are few rules and regulations. In kabaddi, there are few rules and regulations. So any game, if it has to be successful, there are some rules in it. If there are no rules, there are going to be a lot of injuries. Imagine hockey without rules. You can hit anywhere you want. How does that go? So there are rules. You can't lift the hockey bat beyond your knees. The opposite opponent, right? So everything has a rule. So for the next 90 minutes, now my session begins. I'm going to play a game, session game. So it is a game. Likewise, we have some rules, right? 3 rules. Number 1, you have to be very interactive. You have to ask questions, participate, right? That's number 1. Number 2, no mobile phones. You can use the mobile phones only when I tell you to use. By chance, I notice someone using mobile phones. Your mobile phone will come along with me in my car. Right? Tomorrow I'm traveling to Mysore, it will come there. Right? Next week, I don't know where all I'm going to travel. It will travel everywhere. Whenever I come to BMS, in case you're able to see me, then that mobile phone will say hi to you. Right? Or else you have to forget. I'm serious on this. You can take a note from all the faculties. The mobile phone's once it comes to my hand, it's done. Right? Of course, I'll switch it off. Don't worry. Okay? That's number 2. No mobile phones. Right? More than the calls that you get, my calls are important. For your calls are just friendship, for me calls are business. Money. So if I can leave my phone at this point of time, so you have to. Okay? Number 3, no questions are stupid. And no one is inferior. I want everyone to respect each other in this place. Whether that person is going to speak in broken English, or that person is from a rural background, or she or he is from a different environment altogether, you're not going to make fun out of anyone here. We are all equal. And if you think you are superior, please put it in your pocket and sit. Right? So we are all equal in the process of learning. Are we into it? Three things. Interactive communication should be only with me, not with the mobile phones. Number three, respect each other. So, are we here? Did you understand the rules? Right? Okay. So, with that note, very quickly. So, why are we here? There are a lot of things. Right after pre-university, I have to study. That's a thing. And I've taken commerce, so I'm moving to the field of BBA. Right? I had an option of going to BCom, but I chose BBA. There's a reason for it. Right? We'll deal into it after some time. What are the advantages of taking BBA? Right? And there are science students here who have taken a BCA, whereas you would have had the option of writing CAT or CET and then opting for engineering. But you have taken BCA and understand this, with engineering and BCA, there is no major difference. When we call for jobs, we call DE/DCA/MC. Did you understand? So you're not losing out on anything. In fact, you're getting a job 1 year before BE goes. Right? But how it will impact me in my career growth, I'll tell you. Why engineering is somewhere there. Right? We'll be learning that as well. Right? So, number one, we are here to get a graduation. Right? Number one, graduation. Okay. By default, you'll get it 3 years. In case you take up your exams and clear it, it will come. No issues. Right? For you to understand this, you have to look at the statistics. This is a simple statistics which I got it from the website, nowhere else. Bangalore University has around 300 colleges in Bangalore. I mean, around Bangalore, only Bangalore University. Then we have your Mangalore University, which has 160 colleges. Then we have Coimbatore University, which is Shimoga, Davangere, that part. So then we have around 78 colleges. And then we have Mysore University, which has around 38 colleges. So even if I take 500 students, average, each college, so we have around 3 lakh plus students graduating from the colleges every year. How many? Look at the numbers. This is only 4 universities in Karnataka which I took. We have Dharwad University, right? We have Belgaum University. We have private universities. I have not taken those universities into account. This is only which comes under these 4 major universities. Clear with this? So if you're taking a calculation, it should be close to 4 lakh, maybe. Where am I here in? Look at the picture. Almost 3 lakh people come out of colleges every year, right? Out of which maybe few might go. A percentage is negligible when you take people who go for higher education, right? Rest are into jobs. This is where BMS plays a vital role, right? You've chosen a college which will not leave you out of this campus without a job offer. Right? So for you to understand where you are, you're somewhere there. Clear with this? You're somewhere there. And for the job requirement in the market, this number is very huge. In the sense, jobs are limited, applicants are more. So when there are more applicants, what is the basis on which I will choose a person? Graduation under 3 lakh plus have graduation certificates. Understand this. Degree certificate, all 3 lakh plus have it. So if I have to give jobs based on degree certificate, I have to give jobs to all this 3 lakh plus. Alva? This was the only criteria. But no, there's something else beyond for me to give a job placement. So that's what we're going to learn today, right? There's a difference between knowledge and skill. How many of you know karate? You know karate? Karate. We'll explain it on you. You know, Kalari Paya too, I don't know what is it, but you know difference is a Martian. Come. You know. Who is one boy whom you see Papa is sitting like that? Pull him out. Tell anyone. Point out anyone. Papa. Is two hodru. That sort of term. You can't say. Okay, guess anyone. What's favorite color? Black. Come in. Come. Today you go evening and curse that. Nothing. Will not take. Come. So just listen. This is only for demonstration purpose. You are not going to involve this in your family. Okay, what's the name? What's the name? Anurag. You know karate? You know, right? Something. Someone tries to hold your hand or grab by your hand. Okay. All of you girls watch. She'll teach you something. Someone is trying to grab your hand. Now what will you do? You'll demonstrate on this boy. Grab her hand. Don't worry. He knows how to manage. Hey, grab her hand. She's grabbing your hand. What will you say? Do. He's strong. Pull. Who's other karate? Come back. Skill development has become karate class. You'll understand why. Okay. Grab a hand. Okay. Okay. Famous hospital we have. Get back. Yes, made up his mind. See, since we don't have time, we can't keep experimenting. He is the only Chotu in this class as of now. Right? Very weak, right? Now, if someone holds a hand and grabs, right? Now listen. Okay. Huh? Someone holds a hand, right? First thing what you'll do, according to her, is you'll actually pull the other person's hand also, right? You actually pull the other side. You'll go back. According to science, if you go back, the grip is going to be more stronger. So actually, you'll do the opposite. When a person is pulling you, will actually move towards that person so that the thing is okay. Now I'll show you something where you can use it. Okay, grab my hand. Okay, grab. Okay. So now hold the hand. So what in karate they'll teach you first thing. What they'll teach you is when someone is trying to hold your hand, right? Widow. And that will be happy. News of a murder, right? Now, when someone's trying to grab your hand, hold. Someone's trying to grab your hand, right? What karate teaches you? Swing a bit. And now in this case, I can't hold. Come. Hold. Slowly. See here. You swing your hand. Hold it. It's clockwise. Hold. I'll not do it. Clockwise. This. Hold it. Can you see my ankle? I'm very good, but still I can shoot. Can you see this ankle? Hit. Yeah. This is simple. In case the person is taller, then you hit on the rib. Basic thing. After that, run away. Don't stand there. After that, run away. Now, what I showed you right now is a practice of karate. Small difference, technique. Okay, now listen. You sitting there and watching this knowledge. You got a knowledge today. Okay, if someone holds my hand, I have to move it like this. I should not move away. I should move forward. This is knowledge. Skill andre ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? You going to your house and calling your mother, come, hold it. Don't do it. But what the skill is, Application of knowledge is skill. You know something, but you have to apply. Right? Practice. That is skill, which will give you something called as ability. Okay, huh? So you'll be able to meet someone and escape from the situation or overcome that situation. So what your degree is giving you is knowledge. Skill is application part. If you're just getting knowledge only for convincing Bangalore University for 100 marks, no use. 3 lakh people are doing that. You have to have something called as skills. I always tell this, your bachelor degree is like a passport. How many of your passports? Indian passport? Okay, very good. Which color? Dark blue, royal blue. Okay, what is written on the passport? Republic of Pakistan.
Yeah.
India. Okay, Republic of India. Now, who can get this passport? No, who can? Who is eligible to get a passport? Indian resident. Okay, very good. Right? To get a passport, you need only 3 conditions. Right? Number 1, you should be an Indian citizen by birth or by 5 years. You remember history, civics class? Right? Okay. Number 1, you have to be an Indian origin person. Number 2, there should be no FIR filed against you in the nearby police station. There should be no case against you, no criminal records. Number 3, very important, you need to have 1,300 rupees in your pocket. To go to Bangalore 1 or Coromandel, go to the passport office, pick up that application form, fill it up. Within 15 days, you'll have a police verification. From there, 7 days, right? Passport will arrive at your house by post. Do I need to be rich to get a passport? Should I have blue eyes to get a passport? Should I have 6 abs? Should I have biceps? Should I have a car? Only 3 years. Did you understand? Who can become a BCom graduate or BBA graduate or BCA graduate? Anyone who's done PUC can pay a fees in a particular college, study for 3 years, get a decent score, will get a degree certificate. No big deal. Right? Now comes the other part. Now I'm having a passport. Imagine I have to fly to New York. Where is New York? Here only. Next to Tiger. Where's New York? Not America, right? United States, right? So if I have to fly to New York, so what I do, I take my luggage, I take my passport, I take my credit card, I take a cab, I go to Kepegoda International Airport, I go to Lufthansa, I throw the credit card on the lady's face, I say, next flight, a ticket to New York. Flight is available, money is there, I am there, package is there. Will she give me a ticket? Why?
Because we should have.
I was good with her. Very good. That lady will throw the passport on my face. Take. Why? She'll ask, where is the
Visa.
visa? Now, what's a visa? It's a letter from United States stating that I can travel to their country. I have to take permission. I have to apply. I have to go to Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, stand in a line, go to the American consulate inside. That fellow will ask me one question. What's the purpose of your visit to US? I have to bomb another 2 towers. Give me a visa. Take his convinced, he stamps on my passport. Visa approved. Only then I can travel to New York. Even though I have money, I have time, I have passport, I can travel unless and until I have a visa. Now let's get back. I have a graduation certificate. Right? I have a graduation certificate. I go to Infosys. I call the HR number, come here. BCA. Give a job. How we went to Kepegoda Airport, imagine. BCA, give a job. There at least the passport was thrown back on your face. Here they'll carry you only. Yes?
Yes.
How a visa is required for me to travel abroad along with a passport. Similarly, for me to get a job, I need a visa called as skills along with my graduation. Think about this. Without a visa, your passport is just an identification card. To get an Airtel connection, you can give it. That's all. But is that the purpose of a passport? Without skills, your degree certificate is just another, what do you say, purposeless paper. Yeah. But that's what you're going to learn, right? What are these skills? Very quickly, right? Let me ask you this question. Can you see this? What is the fellow trying to do? Now imagine that. Two guys. How many people? How many? Two people, two men. Let's make it equality. One man, one woman are trying to climb a mountain. Okay. Any people who are into mountaineering club, you like hiking? Beautiful. Okay. He's raising the hand for everything. Right? Good. Very good. So two people are trying to climb a mountain. What are the things that they need? Oxygen. Okay, they have to carry oxygen. Okay, then. Huh? Trekking gear. What is that exactly? Tent. Camping. Okay, tent. Stove, food, vessels. Okay, then. Knowledge. Right? Okay, then. Two people. Teamwork. Understanding each other. Teamwork. Okay, then. Cooperation. They should not fight. One bread for me, two bread for you. They should not fight. Cooperation. Okay.
The plan.
Water. Okay. Plan. They should have a plan. Okay. What height will move today? Where will you camp? Plan. Okay. Patience. Do you think they require? Stamina. Do you think they require? Rope. Do you think they require? Nice shoes. Do you think they require? Nice outfits. Right? To the climate they require. Yes. So if two people are trying to climb a mountain, the first thing they require is the mountain. Alva. What is the first thing? Without the mountain, what is the point in wearing a nice shoe, rope, water bottles, oxygen, planning, coordination, patience? If two people are trying to climb a mountain, the first thing they require is a mountain. Without a vision, there's no point you getting graduation. So today you have to get that mountain, right? You have to understand, okay, I'm doing BBA, right? Maybe, graduation not like move Russia, the whole time. Okay, fine. But what is a mountain you're trying to climb? You need to know it right now in the first year. You have to set a mountain, set a vision. This is what I need. Only then you can decide what shoes I need to wear. Imagine the mountain that you're trying to climb is it's going to be a wet mountain. It's not rock. It's a wet. It has that all that algae stuff. I can't wear the shoes, right? What is not suitable there? So my shoes has to change, right? Based on the climate, my clothes will change. If it's a summer, it's hot, then I can't wear woolen cloths and climb the mountain. It will change. First, get your mountain right, and then all the other things that you have to carry along, you will know. Otherwise, what you do know, on the way, whatever is there, you'll try to grab. So you do unwanted burden, you try to climb something which is actually not your mountain. Only after some time, you none mountain, right? Then far away your mountain will be. By that time, confidence level is down, giving up attitude will bounce in. That's where you lose interest. So number one, what is required? Are you understanding this? All right. So keeping this in mind and the skills that's required in mind, now we are going to understand a few things, right? Okay, let's begin, right? Quick, very quick. So after your graduation, you'll be doing two things. Number one, you'll be going for a job, majority of you here. Number two, higher education. And in between this, one more thing is there, which is called as entrepreneurship, right? So I want to start something on my own, right? I want to be a businessman. I don't want to be my hand waiting for a salary like this. I want my hand to go like this. There are few people like me, right? So what happens there? So you neither want a job or neither want a higher education. So I want to become a businessman. So all these three things have different skill sets required. You have to plan today where I'm landing in this three. If you're going for a job, then the skill sets required, the shoes, the rope, the oxygen, what is required is different. If you have to go for higher education, that skill, what is required is different. Right? So before you set your foot for higher education, let me tell you, when should I choose I have to go for a job? When should I choose I have to move into entrepreneurship? And when should I choose to go for higher education? A confusion you'll get. Right? Let me put it forward, right? So that you are very clear right now, getting a mountain right. If my father or mother stops working today, will I have a next month's meal? Which means to say, traditionally, my family is making money. Even my father today doesn't step out of the house, my mother doesn't go to office, the food will be on my table next month. If that's your situation, right, then you can jump into entrepreneurship or you can jump into higher education. Simple. Right? I don't want to elaborate this. If these two people, there's something worse which I can say, but I don't want to use it. But if these two people are not going to step out of the house to work, will you get your next month's meal? Not next day, next month's meal. Will you get your next month's pocket money? If the answer is no, then your option is number one. After degree, I have to go to job. Right? If it's yes, option 2 is there, option 3 is there. Got it? So you are clear right now. Answer is given right at your heart as of now. Right? Either higher education or entrepreneurship. Now let's understand. Right? For me to go to higher education, I don't need to take one single rupee from my house. If that is where I am after 3 years, I will go for higher education. 1 rupee they should not invest, which meant to say it can be either for the next 3 years you're doing a parallel job along with your education, earn while you learn, you get into it, and you're earning it for your graduation, PG, then go for PG. Or number 2, you're so good in your academics after 3 years, you get a fellowship scholarship for your PG grant. Then we go for higher education. If you do illante, come back to option 1. Don't even step into PG with your parents' money. You understand? So I'm setting up this mountain, yeah, before you step into the graduation. So this has to be striking your mind whenever you enter any of the classrooms. Okay, now, can I become an entrepreneur? Sir, I have a lot of ideas, right? Can I become an entrepreneur? Again, my question goes back here. If I start a business and it fails, right? For the next 5 years from there, will I still continue trying? Will I have finance for me to try? Will I have time for me to try? Will I have family support for me to try? If that is what it is, then step into entrepreneurship. If not, come to option 1. Option 1 is a comfort zone because once you start working, after 3 years, you can decide, I'll go back to higher education or I'll start up a company. You'll have the maturity level at that point of time. You'll have the finance at that point of time. You'll be the decision maker at that point of time. Are we clear on this? All of you? Are we clear? So option 1, option 2, option 3. Where should my mountain be? You know. Right? At this point of time, the question is, can I climb the first mountain now? And maybe the next 2 and 3 after 2 or 3 years? Yes, possible. But can I climb the third mountain now and come back to first mountain? Difficult. Wrong decision. Clear with this? No one can explain it so clearly, right? Where you want to land it. Okay. All right. So number 1, skills for career. Apart from academics, these 3 skills hold value for you in case you want to be a successful worker? Right? Number one, communication. Right? Number two is domain-based skills. And number three is called leadership skills. All are interlinked. Right? You need to have excellent communication skills. Communication skills are not English. It's not English. Communication skills is I'm talking my thoughts. Can the other person easily understand it? That's all. Right? And I don't put a filter when I'm talking in the sense, right? I don't get frightened to voice out. That is communication. So next 3 years, build on this. We have an amazing corporate communication team, separate department for it. You will enjoy it, I tell you, right? You'll learn amazing. You'll talk boldly. Have you seen a fest? Right? You would have noticed the fest, right? You would have seen how boldly these students come on the stage, they interact, right? So that confidence you'll get it. So next 3 years, along with academics, give this skill number one, communication skills. Talk. Number two, domain-based skills, right? For example, you're from BBA, right? Apart from your academics, see, you have a lot of websites these days. I think Tariq sir would have given you an insight about, what are the things that can be done before my session, right? We would have given an insight about how to approach domain-based skills. Apart from this, as BBA, right? Take up some financial learnings. You have Udemy, you have a lot of courses online. Facebook, Insta is beautiful, but you have other things also on internet. So utilize it, learn, right? So next 3 years they will tell you, or BCA, apart from your regular subjects, right? Take up Python, .NET, C, C++, right? Advanced Java, right? Or SAP, right? Whichever can work for you, right? Before you hit the placements, you have to have all the skills together. Don't finish after graduation. I'll go and right? Don't do it. So number two, learn domain-based skills. College will not teach. College will teach you only Bangalore University syllabus. Right? We have time only for that. You need to learn domain-based additional skills. Right? Number three, leadership. This is very important. We lack leaders. If India is in this stage today, whatever stage we are right now, is because we don't have good leaders. Right? So you need leadership qualities. Right? So when something is told, do it bold. I give this example to most of my students all the time, and this goes into your mind before I send you out of this seminar. Right? Number one, why is the lion called the king of jungle? Why is lion called the king of jungle? Yes, beard. Beardless. Attitude. Lion shows too much of attitude for the film. Okay. Attitude. Confidence. Because he believes. He believes. Okay, good. Very good. So good. Okay. Then.
Because it is capable.
Strong, bold.
It is capable of being a king of the jungle.
It is capable. Only word. Very capable. Okay. Fearless. Very good. Okay. Let's finish this. The rain, sir, you're taking skill and you're talking about planet channel. Listen. There's something that you have to learn here if you have to be successful. Otherwise, you'll be entire life you'll be running with 30th of every month, waiting on your mobile phone to check whether salary is credited or not. You want to be this side, or you want to be the other side where you don't know how much is deposited in a second. Choice is yours. Okay, now listen. Lion is called the king of jungle not because it's strong. Tiger is stronger than a lion. Right? Tiger is much stronger than a lion. But lion is called the king of jungle for 3 reasons. Look at this. He's not a good climber. He's not the fastest runner. Right? He's not the intelligent animal. Right? He's not a good swimmer. He's not an amazing hunter. Right? So look at all these characteristics. Without this one fellow as a leader, because of 3 interesting things which you have to learn as a student. Number one, a lion's roar. A lion's roar is the loudest of any animal, land, living animal, loudest. If a lion roars, it can be heard up till 8 kilometers radius. Just imagine you're encountering a lion face to face. Forget about it bouncing on you. One roar, heart attack, you will surrender. Afternoon lunch. A lion's roar is the loudest of any animal. What does it mean? It doesn't mean, sir only told we have to be a lion, go stand on VV road, start shouting, sir only told loudest. No. What do we mean by that? Others has to know the king has arrived. You can't come to a class and sit in the last bench or in between somewhere and say, sir, no note bardu, questions care bardu, right? You come and sit, no few people are there. People should not know that I'm in this college or not, but I'll come. Non-noticeable candidates, students. I don't want to be there also, I don't want to be down also. Somewhere in between, mediocre. Right? You'll be a mediocre only, unnoticed. Right? Few times students come to us, right? After the graduation will come. Sir, 2009 batch. 2009 batch. Sir, Chetan, no? Chetan, sir, own class, sir. What a shame for you. You have to introduce yourself telling one more fellow's name. You're also in the same college, same class, same batch. But you have to introduce yourself telling other fellows. The lion's roar. In the class, be audible, voice out, talk, ask questions. People will say, bucket it as a result. Let it be. Let it be. It's okay. That fellow is not going to feed you after 3 years. He's not going to come inside the interview and sit and talk for you. You are the one. It's okay. Let people talk. Right? Voice out. Right? You have to be audible. We should know in the first year there's a student like this. For good reasons. Bad reasons, along with your parents, will come. That is very horrible, right? Okay. Number one, lines roar, be audible. A king will always make themselves audible. Number two, right? After lion hunts, have you noticed? It doesn't wait for someone to come with a protector, compass, equally share the food. Does it wait? Whatever that fellow pulls is that fellow's share. You all cut birthday cakes. That time you should say, I want the lion's share. What is lion's share? Big share. A lion will never settle for small things. Bunking the class, small things. Teasing the other person, small happiness. A lion will go for the bigger chunk. A king will always demand big. Who will be the class representative? And should go up. Not no, when they ask. You should raise the hand. You will have competitors. You will have competitors. But still be in the fight. Understood? Don't settle for small things. Don't be like a mice. Whatever falls down from the table, gets happy with it. Be like a king. Take the lion's share. Right? Who will be the cultural secretary? Man. Right? Who will talk? Sir, man. Jump. Take up the bigger opportunities. If you learn it right now in graduation, in corporate life, you'll understand today, 28th of July at 5:30, the guy told this 3 years before. You'll remember this when you're walking inside a company and you will say, how true is it that he made this statement? Got it? Go for the bigger chunk, bigger share. Okay. And there's something beauty about lion also. After it eats, right? If it's full, it will leave and go. It will not come back and eat. Like unlike the tiger. Tiger, it will eat 10 days the same food. It will drag and go inside the bush. Very selfish. But a lion has a big heart. I am full. Anyone can eat. Come. Right? That's the beauty of a lion. Number 3. This is my favorite quality of a lion. Have you seen a lion hunting? No, live you can't see it. You will be the prey. I've seen. A lion is an amazing, daring animal. A tiger is a very intelligent animal, unpredictable species. A tiger will always hunt in a grassland. hiding. You will never even know the tiger is behind you. It will slowly control his vibrations also. It comes slowly, you will not even know, you can't even make the noise. It will come behind you and it will call you hello. Only then you know tiger. But whereas a lion, it will hunt face to face. It will always tell the other person, hello boss, I'm going to kill you. If you have guts, run and save your life. It's open challenge. A lion will always challenge. Number 3, as a student, as a leader, take up challenges. You might fail in the battle, it's okay, but take the challenge. Accept it. Fight. Be in the fight. So don't literally take this word be in the fight. Then tomorrow inside the lift, someone told be in the fight. Always be in the fight. No. What I'm going to say is be in the challenge. Right? Take up challenges. You might fail, it's okay, but you will learn. Right? So these 3 things are to be included there, the leadership skill. Voice out, take the bigger chunk, right? And take up the challenge. Don't run away. Right? Take up the challenge. So these 3 skills for the next 3 years, you people need to actually imbibe. All right, action forward, only 2 things for you for this evening. Number 1, be focused. There'll be a lot of things that will be coming across in this age. Between 18 to 25 is a crucial age in your life. Understand? This your parents have told you, your faculties have told you, your school teachers have told you. I'm telling you today, 18 to 25, you mess up this age, you are done for life. And this is the age where you get a lot of challenges, a lot of things to scatter your focus. Scatter your focus from the mountain, what you have visualized. Right? I'm not saying boyfriend, girlfriends are bad. You need to be having an idea, whom should I have? Right? That age, that mindset will come to you only at the age of 23, whatever said and done. Right? So number 1, be focused. Choose your friends wisely. Right? The 5 people that you spend most of the time in this college is the one that you become. Again, I'm telling you, the 5 people that you will be moving along in this college most of the time with is what you become. So choose a person who's smart, choose a person who's intelligent, be the person who's brave, be the person who is honest, right? Be with those sort of people. Be selfish, be with them. While choosing friends, be selfish, be with good people, smart guys. For the next 1 month, you'll understand who are those guys. Be with them. Don't choose people who are on the same wavelength as you, who are very shy, who are very, towards, they always sit in the last bench, right? People who don't have, a sense of confidence within themselves. Don't be with them. You'll destroy yourself. And you don't become like Buddha. I'll go and convert that person. You can't. You'll become that person. For sure. This is what our experience has shown. A nice guy was coming to the college with 5 people of incapable mindset becomes that guy. And you'll be shocked when he comes to the principal room. First year because of these bad boys. So be careful. Number 1, don't get distracted. Be focused. It can come in any way, distraction. Right? Be focused. Number 2, upskill. Once you learn the skill, don't think, enough, I'm there already. No. Keep on learning. The more you learn, imagine today if you have learned one skill, right? Think about this, if a person is holding your neck, what to do next? If I teach you today, you'll be waiting, wow, what is something new right now? If somebody is trying to hold it here with a knife, how can I escape? It's a beautiful thing. You love to learn how to attack, right? Upskill yourself constantly for the next 2 years. Did you get it? These are the only 2 things that I'm going to leave you out. Number 1, be focused. Number 2, keep upskilling yourself.
In case I learn a skill, marketing or designing any sector, who is gonna let me a job without a certificate?
Okay, very good. Everything boils down to certification. That's what you think. Yes, that's what.
Corporate world.
listen to this. When you're going for an interview, right? Imagine you have a degree. Okay. How many of you science students? PCLB, PCLC. Different class. Different class. There's a certificate. There's a certificate, PCLB, Karnataka Secondary Board, pre-university. Subject she has learned, she has cleared. Now, this is what I check in the UK. Who's the president of India? Does she have a certificate for that? But she has. Out of curiosity, should have learned or should have gone out. It's not in the syllabus, but she learned it. I'm happy. That's what I need. If you know it, it's more than enough. What is the point in you having the certificate and you don't know the ABCD of it? Yes, it makes no sense. You'll understand this once you enter the corporates.
All the corporate people who are hiring to look at this.
Yes. If I tell you, sir, I know C++, I'll ask you a question. Okay, then write a program to count the number of hair on your head and execute it. This is my interview question. You need to do that. If you're able to do that without a certificate, fantastic. With a certificate, you're not able to write a program. Then all the other credentials also, it's in a question mark. No, I'm questioning our credentials on chemistry, physics, and maths now. Clarify, you'll understand. But later on in the stage, right? Once I know that you're very good in programming or without certification, digital marketing, whatever you say, as a company, I'll only sponsor it. Go to ISB, register, do it, I'll fund it. Because I see somewhere that guy has some knowledge. Yeah. So I was talking about these two things, right? Okay. Finally, these are the ratings that you see on a movie sensor screen. For you right now. A is something that you're not supposed to see. Not movies. I'm talking about sensor board certificates like this, right? So here there are a few certifications for you during your graduation or in this age between 18 to 25. Right? This 18 to 25, this age comes under which category if you ask me, right? It actually comes under U. It's not even UA. We'll be telling right now. I to college bandaito. Now 50% I'll decide, 50% you'll call your mother, you decide. Till now. It has to go as a collaborative decision. At the age of 24, you take it. That time, even if parents ask you to take a decision on their behalf, thank you for your suggestion. I'll take your suggestion, but decision is mine. But now, suggestion, decision is both 100% with them and with you. Both together. Because we come, most of the parents come here and tell us same thing. Only decide markers. This is not the age for it. It's a collaborative decision. Okay. So right now we are still under this you Adartha marker. Right? Okay. Finally, you can ask me 5 questions and then we'll leave for the day. We are supposed to do an activity, but no time. Okay, tell me. 5 questions. Okay, 3 questions from boys, 3 questions from girls. Or 3 questions from BBA, 3 questions from BCA. Let's see who is more active. Start. Anything that you want to ask. We'll see who finishes the first 3 questions quota. BCA or BBA. Ask anything. Sir, afternoon, the biryani was there, like, please. Right? Do you have chutney with idli or sambar? Ask anything. Something you ask. We'll finish. It's time. You have to go early. We'll see which degree starts the question. There is all time waiting. BB or BCA? Okay, man, ask.
So as you told about those 5 people's group you have to be in. But sir, it's not a bad thing to have a bit of a bad influence, right, sir?
This is what advertisements are made. Don't do anything. Have you seen this ad? Do nothing. Don't help anyone. See, you need to understand your brain. Your knowledge will tell you what is right, what is wrong, and advertisements are there to manipulate it. Have you ever seen an advertisement telling don't help others? And it's not the first advertisement. All the categories advertisement for 5-star, for the 8 advertisements that I have noticed, comes with the same thing, tagline, right? Don't help, don't do anything, don't help. And we sitting on an ad and watching it at certain point of time, sorry Zubir, we have come to that influence. I need something bad also in life, nothing bad in smoking. Nothing bad on weekend. Nothing bad in teasing that way. Right? You got the answer. Rama is Rama because he's Rama. A little bit of Ravana inside Rama will never be a Rama. Ravana, in spite of having a Rama inside, cannot become a Rama. Understand that also. A bad person, even having a little bit of goodness inside, cannot become a good person. But a good person, even if he has the slightest of bad things, he can become a bad person. Clear? Got the answer? Okay. BBA started it. Very good. Come on, man, fast. Or BBA only close it. BCA will be typing all time on keyboard. Display number. Okay. Come on, start BCA fast. Dhanushar also has to go home. Fast. Second question. BCA or BBA? BCA. What's your monthly income? Fast. Loud.
What's your monthly income, sir?
I don't know. Seriously,
Average count.
I don't know. I don't take averages. If I have to fuel full tank for the car, I don't look what's the balance. If I have to walk into a mall and pick up something, I don't need to check what is the balance. But in my mind, I know required or not. That level is mine. Third question. Take off second question. BCA, BBA. BBA, BCA.
So what if I start a business and fail at the first step only? You told that you would discuss about the topic in the middle of the conversation.
Okay, what happens when you start a business and it fails? Right? Nothing wrong. Right? Every business has it. Right? All the greater brands that you see has once started off and it has failed. But the problem is, without skill sets, you start a business and you think you are a great businessman and you fail. Then you need to go and relearn and learn something again and come back. If that attitude is there, you can continue. If you say whatever I'm doing is right, still I'll do the same thing, then there's something seriously wrong. So that's where I told you don't try it again. Right? Mistake continuously not rectified without understanding why it happened is again going to be another mistake. Last question from BBA to close the session or BCA to continue the question. Quick. No. We give chance to some this. BBA or BCA? BCA. First, ask.
So we have the mountain in front of us. Can we reach the top of the mountain with the support of this college? The top of the mountain.
Okay. Can the college help you to reach the top of the mountain? Right? Answer is absolutely yes. Right? We will help you to reach the top of the mountain. But your mountain has to be existent. Right? In the first year, one mountain, second year, one mountain, third year, one mountain, right? That will be difficult. Your mountain has to be constant, right? That's what. We have in the first year, sir, I'm very interested in music. We'll introduce a lot of people. Second year, that will never go towards that same. What happened? My interest right now is in passions. With science. Third question.
So is success a journey or a
No, no,
destination?
what is your BBA, BC?
It's a PBA.
Ah,
So is success a destination or a journey?
success is nothing. Success is nothing but it's the next stop of failure or a continuous stop of failure. So it's a process. It's not even a journey. It's not even a destination. It's a process. Yeah. But if you're asking one among the two, it's a journey.
So then when will we feel like we are?
Don't feel. I'm successful today? No. Is Ambani successful today? No. Is Narendra Modi successful today? No. No one is successful. Why you are breaking your head into successful, right? Leave up the thing. What I'm talking to about is if you have to define what is success, am I better than the last minute right now? That is success. Have I learned something? Have I improved something? That is success. If you are still the same, you are a failure. That's a definition for your age. Final question. If not, then goodbye will take. Anyone? Last question? Ask.
Sir, actually, I have two questions.
Ask.
Sir, do you believe in regretting and taking decisions or taking decisions and after regretting on your decision?
Regretting and taking decisions will never count. Why should I regret and then take decision?
It's like hesitating before taking a decision or just take a.
I don't hesitate to take decision, but I think before taking a decision. Have I regretted after taking decisions? Yes, of course. There is regret. But I look at what is the follow-up thing to make it better. If I'm not regretting, I'm not even regretting. Last question.
Sir, actually, in the society where we live, they're like equally distributed, 50%, 50%. 50% believe failure is the first step to success. And 50% believe that if you are a failure, then you can't be successful. Nobody will see you as a successful one after you become successful. So what do we pick?
Don't pick it.
No, sir, like seriously, laugh it in the mind. No?
Why should you take somebody's pick? Right? Don't believe them also, don't believe them also. Right? According to you, what is success is what defines. I told you, what is success according to me is last minute I was like this minute have I improved a bit. That's success for me, right? Now, if you define success by money, right? Even 1 crore provided to you will not suffice your hunger for money. You'll still want it. Right? To understand this, one thing that we cannot add a little bit more into your life is time. A person who knows how to keep himself occupied in this restricted time is a successful person. Next 3 years is your time. You can't increase by 1 minute also. You can't. Right? Can a person who has a lot of money can tell death, give me 1 more minute extra? Anyone who can work around this time frame is a successful person. So take in that sense. So thank you so much. And hopefully, right, we shall catch up sometime soon. Keep this in your mind. To summarize a few things, right? When should I go for a job? When should I look out for to be an entrepreneur? And when should I go for higher education? 3 things. What are the skills required for me? Right? Choosing on the mountain that I choose, we learned it today. And constantly, what are 2 things that I have to do for the next 3 years? What's number 1? Don't change your focus. Be focused. Don't get distracted. Number 2, keep upskilling. Never get satisfied with the skill, right? Keep building it. Okay, can you finish it? Yeah. All right. We normally play a game. We'll play the game. Okay. Till now, in the history of BMS, I think none of the freshers have won this game. It's a pretty 2 minutes game. Keeping time in mind, I'm going to take only the first 5 people who raise the hand for this game. Okay, the game is pretty simple. You have to talk with me for 2 minutes in English. Which language? 2 minutes. So what are we going to talk? Nothing, right? Do you live in a house or in a tent? Right? How is your breakfast? What sort of it? Right? What's your favorite color? Favorite hero? Something like that. And you'll answer. Simple, right? No rocket science. So if anyone can talk to me for 2 minutes, you're the winner. Okay, the winner gets 3 prizes. Listen to this carefully. Right? Number 1, you get 5,000 rupees cash right today on spot. Cash, not even Google Pay. Cash. Okay, 5,000 rupees cash. Number 2, 2,000 rupees worth shopper stop vouchers. And number 3, you can have a small lunch. There's nothing called small lunch. Lunch. Looking at Zubair. Okay. Lunch. Along with me, man, sir, Tanishka, right? Who has a team? We'll have a lunch. Right? Bill I'll only pay. Lunch, 3 things. 5,000 cash, 2,000 rupees vouchers, shopper stop, and a lunch with your favorite activities. Right? You need to talk with me for 2 minutes in English, no regional languages. But while you're talking with me, you need to keep 6 conditions in mind. Okay, very quickly. Number 1, you cannot use the word I am. Okay. Number 2, once I ask you a question, you cannot be quiet for more than 2 seconds. You need to answer immediately. Number 3, no one-word answers. Okay, yeah, okay, sure, fine. No one-word answers. Number 4, no words to be repeated 3 times continuously. Simultaneously, yes. Continuously, you can't use any words 3 times. Condition number 5, no fillers. What are fillers? All music. Will not give all those things. Number 6, very important. Your answer has to be relevant to my question. If you ask your question, right? Do you like, right? Burger? Your answer cannot be BMS is located in DV. Right. Your answer has to be relevant to my question. Okay, very quickly. I am. You can't use it. No, your response has to be within 2 seconds. No one-word answers. No words to be repeated 3 times continuously. No fillers. Answers should be to my question. The first 4 people who raise the hand can fill in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll give you 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. By the way, if you win, you get all those things. If you lose, you're going to pay me 3,000 bucks. No. Okay. All the people who didn't raise their hand. Listen to this. Whether these 5 people are going to win the game or not, they have won the rest 85 students sitting here. You already won the 85. Other 85 are in stadium clapping. Only 5 people are performing. The line spotlight will be only on the performance, not on people in the stadium clapping. Clear? Next time, I told you, right? You're winning or losing, get into the fight. Okay, let's start. Give it up. What's your name? Stand, let them see you.
Our parents, otherwise, they will think I'm going to the girl. I'm still 17, I don't get enough.
Sit. They'll call the college, don't they?
They're gone for that.
They will. So you are given an illusion in your house. If you're not there at the house, you're going with a girl. Okay. All right. We'll start. What's your name?
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi. We'll start again.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay. Lakshmi. Are you from Bangalore?
Yes, sir.
Which part of Bangalore?
That's really.
Where is it? That's really one word. Thank you. Zubair. Otherwise, his parents will think he's the girl. Quick. What's your name?
Zubair.
Okay. We'll start again.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite food?
Biryani. I like the. Oh shit.
Luckily, you didn't say shit. What's your name? Rishi. Rishi, where are you from?
So I have one question. Just what were the words we were not supposed to say?
The word.
I am. We'll start the game. So, speak your favorite color.
No.
Okay. What's the other guy? What's your name?
Zahid, sir.
Zahid. We'll start the game there. Sure.
Yes, sir.
All right. Who's your favorite? I mean, your best friend. Yeah. No.
As of now.
Okay. Willis. The last girl for the day. Kind of what's your name?
Riya Khandelwal.
Ria, we'll start the game.
Sir.
I have not started the game. Tell me about yourself.
I'm graduated and.
You, I. Okay, thank you so much. So 5,000. 5,000 will be possible. Anytime, we'll catch up again. If you see me in the campus, if you're confident, come and say, sir, can we play the game? That time also I have 5,000. Okay. God bless you all. Make your parents proud.
On behalf of Famous College of Commerce and Management, I would like to thank Jacob sir for such an entertaining session. So big round of applause for Jacob sir. Now I would like to request Dr. P. Stanley ma'am, Head of Corporate Communication Department, to kindly give away a token of gratitude to Jacob sir. Thank you, sir.